Nigeria is the first team to qualify for the 2015 African Youth Championships in Senegal. Now, CAF confirmed this morning that Lesotho, after they failed to honor the first leg match in Kaduna, so the Flying Eagles definitely book a place, and they will now have to leave camp today and resume, of course, much later in the year to prepare for the tournament proper. Good news coming from Nigeria here. Well, this is Channels Television broadcasting live from Lagos. I'm Cecelia Omogbe, and you're watching Sports This Morning. First, the headlines. Well, if you're looking for the true definition of efficiency and strength, then you have to take a look at the game between Nigeria and New Zealand. The Falconet, of course, definitely represent that they are flying high in Canada. Also on the program, the Premiership champions Manchester City and last year's runner-up, talking about that's last season runner-up Liverpool. They are already establishing why they are the team to beat this season. Now, with Louis van Gaal failing to right the wrong at Old Trafford last season, talking about all the atrocities that were committed against the team at home on the opening day of the game, can Jose Mourinho gives Chelsea the same perfect start they needed? Remember, he hasn't won a title in 2 years. I'm talking about a crucial title, major title for Jose Mourinho in 2 seasons. He hasn't won that. Well, they will be facing Burnley tonight, and that's how they're going to start their opening game in the Premiership. And in tennis, Serena Williams and Roger Federer, they may have won 17 Grand Slam each, and they're already in their 30s. They are the players definitely to beat in the US Open, both of them winning at Cincinnati. Now, for Serena, it's a first for her, but for Roger Federer, it's the 6th time he is winning there. The US Open gets underway next Monday, so watch out for these men, this man and this woman who are already in their 30s. For all these and more, after these highlights between Nigeria and New Zealand, you get to see how the Falconet actually demolished New Zealand 4-1. Hello and welcome. Austin Okon-Akman is here with me this morning. Austin, good morning.
Good morning, Cecelia. The girls are giving us reasons to, smile and talk sports. Semi-final sport for Peter Daredevil and his team. Maybe he'll win it this time around.
Yeah, definitely. Just maybe, and just maybe, because USA, they are out. Now, let's start the show. You can talk to us on our different social mechanisms, talking about Facebook and Twitter. Do you think the Falconets can go ahead and, of course, win it for the very first time? Talking about the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup right there in Canada. On Facebook and on Twitter, Facebook _sports and on iPhone Sports, and on Twitter, channels _sports, and also my own Twitter handle. Can talk to us, can the Falconet really win the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup with the USA out? But you still have France and Germany. But the good news is France and Germany will be playing against each other in the semi-finals. So definitely, maybe we might just meet the Germans again. Remember in 2010, we got to the finals unbeaten also. And of course, we got to face the Germans. Well, we lost that game. What? Let's just hope France gets to beat Germany. Okay, we want to say that. All right, let's just take a look at the results. What happened at the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And of course, the game between Korea DPR, that's North Korea, and USA, it ended in penalties. For the Americans, they were able to convert just one penalty when they should have started. The game ended 1-1 regulation time. But North Korea, of course, they are through. And of course, they will be facing Nigeria. And for Germany and Canada, were the host nation, the Germans surely have a way of actually ensuring that host nations don't get to the finals of a tournament. Remember what they did to Brazil, and of course, right now, Canada, well, they were able to beat Canada by 2-0. Nigeria and New Zealand, the highest scoring line last night, it was 4-1. And for France and South Korea, they are out. France winning that one. France failing to score for the first time in the tournament, and it ended 4-3 in favor of the French national team. All right, Austin, now the game, okay, this is how the semi-final fixture looks like. You have North Korea and Nigeria, and Germany and France. We faced North Korea twice, and we've lost to them also. But let's just hope this time around it will be a different ball game. The game between France and Germany, that's the biggest game of all.
But I also see the game between Korea, DPR, and Nigeria is one that should also get us talking. For a team to take out the United States of America out of this competition, then Nigerians should not start saying they're going to be pushovers, you know, because if you look at the fixtures for the semi-finals, you expect the United States to be there, but Korea DPR has taken that place and they'll be playing Nigeria. They won't go that far and then drop to Nigeria. So Peter Dedeva and his team should see this game against Korea DPR as their first game. Otherwise, they'll also be, be coming back home. For Canada and Germany, yes, we know the Germans and women's football, and as you said, they are becoming champions in defeating people in humiliating fashion. They did that to Brazil, and now they've done that to Canada. But with women's football, anything can happen. It's a flexible, style of football. So let's see what can come out of the semi-finals. But I don't want Nigeria to meet Germany in the finals again.
Okay, just want France. Remember, France actually won on the 7th last year. And the good thing about them is actually the fact that you have almost all the players who won that tournament here.
Yeah. They're here, but they were so fantastic last night. If you look at it, and winning on penalties on a goalless draw. They've been scoring until last night. So it means something is wrong. Maybe when they get to the level where they need to consolidate, they don't give it the sort of attention that they should give it. But again, it's the semi-finals. That's a cracker. That's what we want to see. Germany and France. Let them kill themselves. I will just chill and then watch. And then hopefully, if we beat Korea DPR, we'll go back, play the tape, and then maybe this is the time the Falconet will just leave the trophy.
Okay, maybe. Well, they were really dancing and, of course, cheering out. There was something, about Peter Dedeva. I'm talking about the coach. He was practically rolling on the floor. You know the reason why? Well, he actually said because everyone felt he is a failure. He has never gone to this age. If you can see just that video where he was rolling on the floor after the Falconet won that game 4-1. And surprisingly, even when the third goal was scored, he wasn't really celebrating. He was sitting on the bench, just looking. He wasn't celebrating. But after the final whistle, we saw this man jumping up.
When you hear the final whistle, there, it's all over. Because with football, even
rolling on the pitch, and that is him rolling on
you start wondering, what sort of celebration is this? He's going to explain to us when he gets back to the country, because that's what football can do, Cecelia. We keep saying it is a dramatic world of sports. We've seen a lot of celebrations, and Peter Dedeva will need to explain, because this one will go down as one of the memorable moments of this competition.
This game, yes.
When Finidi Job gave that celebration at USA 94, we all wondered, what kind of celebration is this? And then a coach does this. When Vincent Yama was trying to leave the referee in South Africa, we're wondering what's going on.
What's he trying to do?
But when Peter Dedeva did what he did, maybe I don't know. I'm just saying he was overwhelmed, too happy, that his team made it. This is also good pictures.
For the girls, praying and all that, giving thanks.
Glory to God, while their coach was busy getting his jersey stained, so the laundryman can do some worship.
If you check this game, the 2 goals were scored by, the 4 goals scored by just 2 players, Sunday Uchechi, and of course, Asisat came in as, Sunday Uchechi came in as substitute to score the other 2 goals, while, of course, Asisat Oshoala was the one who scored the first 2 goals.
What's important is, they joined the party very early. When you get a goal in the first minute, and then in 13th minute, you get a second. There you go. So
under 12 minutes, we're already 2 goals up.
That's it. So when you do that, it gives you some comfort, to start trying out to, push the ball around and, do all of that. I think that's the good thing going on for the Falconet, the ability to score early goals and then go on to consolidate. Even at some point when they considered that 1 goal, it was a test of character. They responded immediately.
It was instantly.
That shows that, yes, they know what they
Strength
want. They're
and
fighting.
That's
good show of character.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's just take a look at the quote from Peter Daredevil, what he said after the game, and the reason he had to celebrate like that. He actually said, "Have been christened a failure, a coach who never go beyond quarterfinals, and many more. My critics said I cannot exceed quarterfinals. It's not been easy, but I thank God today I have proven them wrong." A huge one coming from the coach. That's the coach of the Falconet. So definitely when he come back home, you really need to tell us that style of celebration. But this is the reason he did that.
What?
But that style of celebration is something you need to
Coach, your critics are waiting for you to. You need to explain. But I think it's a good one. Television wants visuals as this, so we can, show people and say it's actually a dramatic photo sport. But for Coach Peter Daredevil, he has a point. When you get to a particular stage of a tournament and then you don't advance, it's not a good one. Getting to the semi-finals, and he knows he has a good team.
Yes.
He has a team that listens to him, and to an extent, the preparations was fair. Not fantastic, not good, but it was fair compared to other tournaments. So let's see what it can.